Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy back again with another video. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to today thoroughly review The Last of Us, specifically the second game. All right. Now I know I'm pretty late to the party. I never had a PlayStation or a PC, so until very recently, so I wasn't able to actually get in on the hype during its peak, right? But now that I've actually had the opportunity recently to build myself my own PC and download Steam and catch the games on a sale, right? I wanted to give my own opinions, right? And I'm sure I'm not gonna say anything new, probably that nobody's already heard beforehand. But I just kind of wanted to really get my thoughts out there, especially since it's so fresh on my mind. I just finished it, as you can see, literally yesterday. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, okay? I'm gonna say all the great things I loved about the game, all the things I liked, all the positives, right? Um, First of all, I mean, obviously, I played the remastered graphics, art direction, visuals. That whole department absolutely nailed it. It was a 10 out of 10. They cooked in that department. Absolutely amazing. Um, it was definitely like, I mean, it couldn't have gotten any better, I don't think. Um, Even with the first game, it was very visually pleasing. The infected designs, all of them. It's really nothing out there like it. Gameplay loop. There's a couple people out there sometimes will say that it was a little bit repetitive in terms of like the stealth and stuff like that. I didn't think it was too bad. I definitely enjoyed the gameplay loop for the most part. Like, I think for me, definitely the LE sections were more enjoyable to play through. Like doing all the stealth and having the knife by your side really makes a difference, man. Before you go on to Abby. But regardless, whoever you play as, I definitely enjoyed both of them. Gameplay wise, I thought the combat was really fun and interesting. Definitely, they improved upon a lot of little tiny things, like you being able to squeeze through little gaps in walls or go prone, hide in the tall grass, like stuff like that was really, it was nice. It was a good step up from the first game, but like it still felt true to the first game. With all that being said, right? Unfortunately, that is where my praise is gonna have to end. Because now we get into the story, and man, where do I even start with the story? I think I'm gonna start with like we'll just go how the events play out in the story. I'm not gonna go through the entire game because that's gonna be way too fucking long, and there's like a lot of filler sections in the game, so I'll just kind of breeze through it, right? So, beginning portion of the game, right? You're Joel and Tommy are shooting the shit back and forth. It's very obvious that it takes place like right after the first game. So, like, okay, cool. You're kind of seeing this burden that Joel has to get off his chest, and he has to talk to Tommy about it. And Tommy's with them. He's like, yeah, I would have did the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's very realistic conversation. I like it. It was very nice. Um, and then I fast forward a couple years. Ellie's growing up now. She's what, 18, 19-ish, somewhere around there. Um, Starting to make friends outside of Joel, and it's very obvious that her and Joel are not on great terms, right? So it's kind of luring you in the game. It's kind of like, oh shit, like what happened? Like, did Ellie find out about the lie? You know, uh, it's just leaving you with some questions. You're starting to get curious, right? And then after that, not even like an hour or two later. Well, first of all, okay, it's having you switch between Abby and Ellie back and forth, which I already did not like that from the start. Like it was getting a little bit like too much. You know what I'm saying? Like flipping back and forth between them two. It's like, okay, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, can we stick to one perspective? But more on that later, right? So you're flipping between them two back and forth, and then all of a sudden, right? Joel just happens to find Abby in the middle of fucking wherever the hell she was, in the area of his patrol, or whatever he was doing, right? And he saves her, and they go back to, or Abby takes them two back to his cabin. Which, to be honest, like that whole sequence was like very it felt very forced because it's so obvious. Like Joel and granted, you could kind of like give benefit of the doubt, like okay, maybe Joel like kind of warmed up to being a little bit more friendly to strangers, right? Ever since he met Ellie, whatever. But even then, like I just feel like it's not very Joel like to just save this random person that he's never met before, and not only that, but follow them back to their own place. Oh, I've got a shelter here with me and my friends, and come on, let's go back this way, all the way out here in this cabin. And it's like, bro, Joel would never do this. So it's very obvious that they fucking nerfed the shit out of Joel, made him a damn idiot. And so, Joel goes back, and this is where the infamous scene happens. They take him down into the basement or whatever, and just beat the shit out of him. And like, I'm gonna say, like, I don't have a problem with Joel dying. Like, I feel like his karma was gonna come back for him sooner or later, right? Like, it's very obvious that what he did was pretty unforgivable for a lot of people. And like, he even said in one of the scenes, I don't remember if it was this game or the first game, but he was like, I pissed off a lot of people, and this guy's got a lot of I got a target on my back. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically I'm a wanted man by a lot of people. So, it's not like he was never just gonna. He was just always gonna be alive and carefree, roaming around Jackson area and all that. Like he was gonna die eventually. Okay, but like how early they killed him off in the game made zero sense, because not only do they kill him off within like the first 2-3 hours of the game, but then literally like the last 10 hours they force you to play as his killer, who you already are gonna hate and you already are not gonna give a fuck about, because most people obviously like Joel. They were they liked his character. There's that little minority that's like, oh fuck Joel, I'm glad he's dead, whatever, those people don't matter. I'm talking about, like, the majority, right? The majority of the fan base loved Joel and his little dynamic with Ellie. And so yeah, like, I don't know, like, obviously I'm not mad at the fact that Joel died. I'm mad at the fact that he died this early on into the game, and by a character who later is supposed to become one of the two main protagonists. Like, they're doing this whole split protagonist thing with this game. So why introduce her character like that by killing off one of the more beloved characters of the series, right? It just makes no sense to me. I don't know what the hell Naughty Dog was thinking with that, but hey, whatever, right? Joel died, mind you, killed him right in front of Ellie's face, and then proceeds to let her go. Like, okay. Like, and then this is gonna correspond with like later in the story, right? But I'm gonna get there. So, after that, like, you and Dina go on this little adventure to Seattle to track down her friends and find out. We're playing the game of Find Abby. Okay, we're track down a friend. Oh, Tommy got here first, so now we gotta go track down another one of her friends. Oh, fucking Scars got her, or whatever, right? It's like this whole this wild goose hunt. And you finally get to or you finally go back to the theater because you're like, okay, like, now I have a solid lead on Abby. Or no, was that after you go to the aquarium? Yeah, that was after. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, like, after, oh, and I don't know, this might just be a little bit of a hater thing, but like sprinkling in this little thing in, like, I don't know what it was, but like I just could not care about Dina, like, at all. Like, I just could not like her character whatsoever. Like, yeah, okay, cool, she's Ellie's little girlfriend or whatever, but like, bro, like, why the fuck, bro, why did she come all the way to Seattle with Ellie, knowing damn well that she was most likely pregnant and she was gonna end up being a liability, bro? Like, come on, like, obviously I know why she freaking did what she did. Like, obviously, she likes Ellie, she cares about her a lot, she's not gonna let her go by herself. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you are pregnant, probably. And she's talking about, oh, I missed a few weeks. Okay, well, why are we not staying in Jackson? That's a little minor nitpick that I'm rambling on about, but yeah, that really blew the fuck out of me. But anyways, right? So then, what happens after that? I think you guys go after Nora, you kill her, and eventually you get to the aquarium, right? And you end up killing what's his name, Owen, and the other girl, Mel, pregnant girl, and um, also like really minor side note, also like they just have you murdering these dogs for no reason, like at all, like especially that scripted scene in the aquarium where they're like forcing you to brutally beat this dog to death. Like I'm like, damn, like like we're really trying to make Ellie like the bad guy here, like shit. But yeah, and then like that's the thing too. Like most of the deaths, like to Abby's friends, most of those were self-defense from Ellie. Like she literally was just trying to talk and interrogate them. And hey, where the fuck is Abby at? Like I don't want you. I want Abby. And then they just like go and do some dumb shit. And I never give her up to you. Or Joel, that fucker got what he deserved and this and that. It's like all right, bro. Like now you're just asking to die. Like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But um, so anyways, with that being said, right? You kill Owen and Mel, and then you go all the way back to the theater, and Abby tracks you down. And that's where that other dumbass scene happens, where fucking Jesse just gets it shot just for no reason. Like Abby literally fucking pre-fires him. Bro, I'm pretty sure bro like didn't even get a glimpse of Abby. Like he deadass, he just walked through the door, just boom, immediately just drops to the ground. I'm like, okay, whatever. Jesse was like literally one of the only characters I actually cared about in the game, and then boom, he's just dead. I'm like, all right, it's cool. Fuck me, I guess. But so yeah, that scene happens, and then this is where the fuck ass the switch happens, where now we're going back in time. We're playing through Abby's little backstory. Oh my god, my father was the surgeon that Joel killed, and yeah, like I guess, dude, whatever. Um, and then they're like showing Abby, oh, we save zebras, we pet dogs, like look at how great Abby is. She's such a great person. Ellie's bad. She fucking kills animals, but Abby, she's all about it. It's like, bro, I see what you guys are trying to do, and it's not working on me, bro. Like, it's really not working on me. And you have to play, you play that part where you freaking, or after Joel's death, right? You go and you're just like doing her side shit, right? Her faction war and all that. Which, to be honest, that whole storyline I just did not rock with at all. I thought that was like the most boring shit in the universe. Um, especially like when you pick up those two little runaway people from the faction, the Seraphites, or what are they called? Scars? Well, they call them Scars, but they're actually called something else. I don't know. But like that whole plot line, it's very obvious that it was to patent out, it was to make Abby's gameplay or game time much longer than it would have been if they did not have that whole storyline going on. And two, it was obviously to try to make Abby look like a good person, and they were trying to give you that whole the Ellie and Joel dynamic, like, oh, I got this little mini me running around. And it's like, bro, like that shit is not working on me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like I do not give a fuck about Abby or her friends. Her whole crew was lame. Nobody, like Manny, okay, cool. His dad's sick. Like, what else does he have to him? Nothing. He wasn't funny. He wasn't like quirky. Like, he didn't have anything going for him. And he's the motherfucker that spit on Joel after he died. Like, okay, bro, you just like now I really don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing the most? Like, bro is already dead. And then, who else? Mel, like, she was okay. Like, she was a hypocrite a lot of times. But like, I didn't think she was the worst character in the world. Um, she was just there, I guess, and pregnant. And Owen, man, Owen, like, oh my god, where do I even begin with this guy? Like, he's just, I don't even know what to say about him other than like he's just a cornball, and like not even in like a cool, like funny kind of way. Like, okay, he's a little cornball, but he's a likable character. Like, no, he's just a cornball and a loser. And then he cheats on Mel with Abby for some reason. Like, that whole boat scene for some reason just had to happen. What that was about, I couldn't even tell you. For some reason, they're fighting, and then all of a sudden they're fucking each other. Like, all right, bro, I guess. Whatever, dude. But after that whole thing happens, and then Manny gets sniped by Tommy, which was an amazing scene. I was, standing up applauding when that shit happened. Then you rendezvous back to the aquarium. Owen and Mel are dead. Then she goes back to the theater, and that's where you catch up with like Ellie's side of the story, right? They get to the theater, they meet each other, fucking Abby just shoots Jesse just in the face for what reason? Who knows? And so then this is the part that really blew the fuck out of me because, like, bro, Abby like taunts. She tells Ellie to come out and put her gun away and all that, and then she proceeds to say, "I let you live. I let you both live, and you threw it all away." Abby, what the fuck did you think I was gonna do when you killed Joel in my face and then let me go? Do you think I'm just gonna let that shit slide? Even if you don't know who Ellie is, Tommy literally said, "I'm his little brother. This is my older brother Joel." Verbatim, that is what that nigga said. And then you proceed to kill Joel in his face and then let him go. Even if you don't know who Ellie is, you know Tommy is his little brother and you know he's gonna try to get back. Why would you kill him, his brother, and then let him go? Thinking, oh yeah, like I just wanted Joel, but you guys are free to go. That's not how that fucking works. Like that that shit just made no sense to me at all. Like that shit really blew the fuck out of me. Like, bro, you killed Joel in my face and then you just let me go and you're expecting me, oh yep, she let me go, so I guess she's good after all. Like I guess she's got some good left in her. Like, no, bro, I'm obviously gonna spin back for my brother. Like, what the fuck? And then so, whatever. That happened. After that, they have their little fight in the theater and they force us to play as Abby for some reason and beat down Ellie, which is a character that most people give a fuck way more about than fucking Abby's bitch ass. And like, and then Medina comes in swinging that knife, like them sorry ass swipes. She was basically just put in there to be bait at that point. I don't know what the hell she was doing. Abby puts that knife to her throat and Ellie's like, wait, no, she's pregnant, stop. And fucking Abby, good. And then she's about to slit her throat. But all of a sudden, because Lev was like, Abby, no, stop. Then Abby's like, you know what, Lev, you're right. I shouldn't kill this woman. Like, bro. Like, I just hate the fact that the game like tries to make Ellie to be this evil demon who's just blinded by revenge, and she like, but Abby is the good one here. She was in Ellie's shoes, but she's like morally superior to Ellie because she doesn't go through with it and because she makes certain decisions that Ellie. It's like, bro, these two girls are fundamentally like damn near the same character, but for some reason the narrative wants us to think that Ellie is this evil demon that she's just blinded by rage and this and that, and Abby's the good one that she just wanted revenge for her father. Anyone would have done the same thing in her shoes. I'm like, bro, like y'all motherfuckers is not getting me with this shit. I'm not gonna lie. And then after that, right? Ellie's laying there coughing up blood, broken arm, and then it cuts to that farmhouse scene, and Dina's got her little baby out. They're just living happily ever after. So I'm thinking, all right, cool. This is the end of the game. Damn it, we didn't get Abby, but hey, at least we're living the good life, right? We're living a nice, quiet life out in the countryside. And then, for some goddamn reason, Tommy comes. Bro, I don't know what the hell they were doing with Tommy's character, too. Tommy comes in talking about some, oh, I got a lead on her. I know where she's at. Come on, you promised me. Like, Tommy, you were the one who was saying, like, oh, I guess she gets away. Like that whole scene where Ellie's like, oh, but she just gets to get away. And Tommy's like, yeah, I mean, shit, we can't do anything about it. We got her friends. Like, that's the best we could do. Like, Tommy was literally the one that wasn't trying to get Abby. I mean, granted, after that, he was proceeded to basically go John Wick on, like, half of her crew. But, that's neither here nor there. But, but like, the point is, right, I don't know what it is. Tommy switching back and forth, doing all this. But freaking, he comes in, obviously they're living the good life here. It's quiet on the, farmhouse. They have their little kid, like, they're doing good. And now all of a sudden Ellie's like, you know what? Damn, he's right. I gotta go after him or her. What? Ellie, what are you doing at this point? Like just at this point, she should have been let that shit go. Like, Ellie, don't piss me off right now. So, for some reason, right, Ellie just goes after, travels across the damn country again to go after her. And then, Abby gets caught by those weird, I don't even know who these people were, the weird guys who like to enslave infected for some reason, and Ellie goes and cuts her down. Or she fights through this horde of people to get to Abby. And this is like, this is when I knew she wasn't on that shit, because bro, if she hadn't even gone there at all, Abby would have just been dead, like point blank period. Like she would have just died on her own. But the fact that Ellie went up there, cut her down, and got her all the way to the boat, or let her get all the way to the boat, and then she's like, you know what, nah, fuck this, I want to fight. Ellie, come on, bro. If you really wanted her dead, you would have just killed her on the pillar. Like, you had your guns, you had your bows, like, you could have just, you had her knife, you had everything. You could have just fucking shot her right there, and boom, I'm done with it now. You know, I got Abby, she's finally gone, like, I can go home now. But for some, like, I don't know what the hell this writing was. For some reason, she cuts her down and then proceeds to put all her shit in the boat. And she's like, nah, fuck that. I want to fight. I want to fight Abby. Let's go right now. You're gonna fight me. What? What is going on right now? So then they're doing this whole little fist fight, or I guess Ellie had the knife at first, and then they do that little fist fight. Don't get me wrong, it was kind of sort of cool, like the atmosphere and everything. Like, yeah, you know, we're finally punching, we're beating her ass, we're getting her done, we're getting her done up. You know what I'm saying? And then at the very last moment, after all those hordes of people she killed, all those wolves she killed, all of Abby's friends that she killed, when she finally has her choking her in the water, I'm thinking, like, in my head, right? I'm thinking, like, this is going a little too good. Like, I'm thinking Lev's about to stop me or something. Like, Lev about to come up out the works and shoot an arrow in my back or something. Like, I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen. No, Ellie just stops. Ellie just stops drowning her for some reason. It's like, damn, like, now I don't want to do this anymore. She starts having this little mental breakdown. Like, just go, just leave. What? Ellie, what the fuck are we doing? Not only did you leave your family behind, you traveled like all this fucking way, killed all these people in the past, just for you to get to the one that you want to kill and then not go through with it? Bro, get the fuck out of here. Man, goddamn, like, I don't even know. I just don't get. Like, I get, obviously, you know, revenge bad, like, cycle, break the cycle, whatever. Like, that's what they were trying to get at with the story. But, like, that would have only made sense if either A, Ellie had just never gone back for Abby in the first place, or B, when she got there, she kills Abby, and then she comes back, and then Dina's gone, and, like, you know, she lost everything. Like, oh, damn, you know, this is the price of revenge, right? Like, but no, she didn't kill Abby. She goes back and loses everything. Like, she loses her family. She lost her little finger, so she can't even fucking play the guitar anymore. I'm like, bro, what kind of shit-ass ending is this, bro? Like, one of the most beloved characters in the series gets this fucking dog shit-ass ending, and then this new character that we don't give a fuck about, we don't know, gets saved by Ellie, and then she gets to just leave. She gets to just go back to, you know, I'm assuming she went back to that Firefly base, and she probably built up a nice, good life with Lev, and now they're chilling. That's like, bro, like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, this whole story, like, this was just actual dog shit. Horrible, like, I don't know what they were doing in the storyboard room. Like, I don't know if they were just throwing shit at the wall, and, like, they were rolling a dice, and they were like, oh, you know what, this is gonna happen at this part of the story. I'm like, bro, what? So, like, all in all, some very easy fixes that I could see making this game a trillion, billion, gazillion times better. Like, one, if they had just made us play as Abby from the start, and, you know, get her perspective. Like, they saved that flashback of her dad dying towards towards the middle of the game, right? Like, right before she's about to kill Joel, right? Don't kill Joel until like 8 or 9 hours into the game, right? We play as Abby, you know, we grow a bond with her little group, her little friends, and then, right, you finally meet up with Joel, and you finally get your hands on him, and you kill him off. At that point in the story, that would have made so much more sense. That would have been way better executed, because then you would have, as an audience, would have been like, damn, you know, like, I fuck with Joel, but, like, you know, I kind of get it, though. Like, I forget why she did it. Like, you know, then it would have been a lot more conflicting with the fans. Like, Joel's a favorite, but it was pretty fucked up. And then you play the last half of the game as Ellie, and then after that, like, you could, I don't know, I don't even know what the ending would be. Like, I think the ending should just have been like, Ellie just lives on the farmhouse alone, and that'd be that. You know, Tommy, he either dies by that gunshot in the theater, or he just fucking stays in Jackson with Maria, and that be that, right? And then Ellie, damn it, I didn't get Abby, but hey, I'm cool. I'm content with this life that I have now, and that be that. We're gonna have Joel in our prayers. We're gonna tell stories about him. We'll continue his legacy, but you know, Abby will just be the one that got away, and that be that. I would have been so much more. I would have been way more fine with that ending. I would have been so happy with that. Like, damn it, we didn't get Abby, but my goat got a good ending. So, and then like the craziest part is that people, you'll say all of these bad things, like all of these bad things about this game, and then people will proceed to tell you, oh, you just didn't understand the story. You just didn't understand the story. No, dipshit, I understood it. It was just ass. The writing is ass. The execution is ass. Everything about it was buns. I'm not crazy when I say this because there are so many people who will back me up. I'm not fucking crazy when I say that this game's story was absolute horse shit, doo doo water, worst of the worst. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm done ranting about this game. Overall, The Last of Us 2, I give it like a 6 out of 10 at best. Like the story really hinders it. Like, and the craziest part is I'm usually one that's like, I've said in other videos that, I usually don't really care about story, but if the gameplay and the content is there to make up for it, right? But I only mean that when it's like a linear, like predictable story that's like, it doesn't take a fucking genius to figure out what's gonna happen next. And like when the story is just straight up shit like this, that's when I have a problem with the game, and that's when that's when the game is being held back by the dog shit story. And yeah, that's that's it on my review of The Last of Us 2.